Good morning, guys. Today I explain Ohm's law for closed circuit. Okay, for closed circuit, V electromotive force VB, electromotive force VB equal V in plus V out or terminal voltage. This law we took in the previous lesson. Okay, so from Ohm's law, V equal IR. IR internal plus IR equivalent. V equal IR equivalent. Solve VB equal I as a common factor, R equivalent plus R internal. Okay, this is closed circuit. Closed circuit. And this is the law. VB equal I R equivalent plus internal resistance. So I equal VB over RT plus R. To calculate the total current or calculate the electromotive force, use usually this law. Okay. For example, cell of EMF 2 volt VB equal to internal resistance R small 0.1, external resistance R equivalent equal 3.9. Calculate the current. I equal VB over R equivalent plus internal resistance equal 2 divide 3.9 plus 0.1 equal half ampere. Okay, sorry. When I talk about reading of voltmeter on a resistance, I mean I have closed circuit, resistance, and battery and key. When close the key, the current flow, and when put voltmeter above this resistance, voltmeter, okay, the reading of this voltmeter equal IR. I use Ohm's law. For example, the 3 resistance connected in series, I mean current constant, 25 ohm, 70 ohm, 85 ohm, and electromotive force 45 volt of the battery. Calculate the current flowing through them. Okay, I equal VB over R equivalent plus internal resistance. VB 45 and R equivalent 3 resistors connected in series, so plus 25 plus 70 plus 85. R internal 0, negligible internal resistance, plus 0 equal quarter ampere. Okay, and calculate the terminal voltage potential difference of each. Potential difference V1 and V2 and V3. V1, this is voltmeter on the resistance, so V equal IR. V1 equal IR, the current total 0.25 time, because this current passing through all this resistance, time R1 اللي هي 25 equal 6.25 volt, and V2 equal current passing through resistance 2 time 70 ohm equal 17.5 volt. V3 equal 0.25 current time resistance 85 equal 21.25 volt. Okay, then when drawing a circuit, closed circuit, and put voltmeter on the resistance, applied V equal IR, but when put the voltmeter on the battery, VB of the battery equal Vn plus V out or plus terminal voltage. Vn from Ohm's law IR. So V equal VB minus IR, or minus VN, or I mean minus IR. So V equal VB minus IR. So when the current is equal 0 and internal resistance equal 0, VB equal V, terminal voltage equal equal electromotive force when the circuit is opened. So in the electric indicates in the figure, calculate the reading of the voltmeter. Number A, K1 is open, K2 is closed. When K1 is open and K2 is closed, this branch cancel. So the current comes from the battery to pass through this branch only. Okay, this branch only. So the R equivalent 4 plus 4, 4 و 4 series. يبقى number A, R equivalent equal 4 plus 4, 8 ohm. And in this case, the current equal VB 12 divide R equivalent 8 plus R internal 2 equal 1.2 ampere. Calculate the reading of voltmeter. Voltmeter V equal IR. So V equal I 1.2 times R 8 equal equal 9.6 volt. Okay. Number B, K1 is closed and K2 is opened. When K1 is closed and K2 is open, in case B, K1 closed and K2 is open. K1 closed, K2 open. Inversely, يبقى الكرنت passing through البرانش الكلوزد اللي هو K1 closed. K1 throws the current pass through this branch and this branch is open, so the current cannot flow through it. يبقى 4 plus 4 series connection equal 8 equivalent, and the same current because the equivalent resistance the same in the case of A, and VB the same in the A, so V equal IR, the same I and the same R, equal 9.6 ampere, sorry volt, 9.6 volt. Okay, يبقى A و B نفس the same answer. Number C, K1 open and K2 is open. K1 open and K2 is open. So the whole circuit is open. Current doesn't throw. I equal 0. In case C, I equal 0. And VB minus IR equal V. I ب0 or R ب0. So V equal VB. يبقى هنا V هتبقى equal VB equal 12 volt. In case D, K1 closed and K2 closed. K1 closed and K2 closed, so the current come from the battery, distribute to branch 1 and branch 2. 4 and 4 series equal 8. 4 and 4 series equal 8, and 8 with 8 parallel connection يبقى 8 divide 2 R divide N يبقى 8 divide 2 equal 4. So R equivalent number D, R equivalent equal 4 ohm. So the current is different because the equivalent resistance different at constant voltage. أنا يا أولاد بدام عاملة drawing للباتري يبقى الباتري دي constant، يبقى الفولتج بتاعتها constant، يبقى ال I وال R inversely proportional. بدام ال equivalent resistance difference decrease from 8 to 4 so the current increase. okay, the current equal VB اللي هي 12 divide R equivalent 4 plus R internal 2 equal 12 over 2 sorry 2 plus 4 6 12 over 6 2 ampere. So V equal IR يعني 2 times 4 equal 8 volt. okay, if I have more than one battery, if the battery is like this, okay, VB1 and VB2, different polarity, positive negative, different polarity, so VB1 plus VB2 given the current, so I equal VB1 plus VB2 divide R equivalent plus R1 plus R2 if each battery has internal resistance. But if the battery in this shape, okay, the battery is in this shape, negative, positive connected with positive, this is polarity. I mean the one battery only produce current, or the current comes from one battery only and the other charging battery. So this battery larger VB is produce the current and the smallest VB take current to charge itself. VB1 and VB2. VB1 this is charging and VB2 is charging. So current equal VB1 minus VB2 over R equivalent plus R1 plus R2 if each battery has internal resistance. And the battery discharging, I mean the current comes from it, V equal VB minus IR. But another battery is charging, current come from this battery to enter inside this battery to charge. So in VB2 هي يا اولاد قلنا عليها charging تبقى plus IR، يبقى ال V equal VB plus IR not VB minus IR. This is case for charging battery. Okay, now solve the problem. The battery shows in the figure connected with the resistance 4 ohm. Calculate the current intensity, calculate I. Okay, calculate I from what law؟ احنا قلنا I equal VB over R equivalent لان هنا 1 battery يبقى R equivalent plus R internal. 1 battery يعني VB واحدة. لو two battery different polarity VB plus VB same polarity يبقى VB minus VB. Okay, lowering in the voltage throwing internal resistance. Lowering in the voltage I mean VN equal IR small. I total current, R small is internal resistance. Voltage across 4 ohm resistance. احنا قلنا يا ولاد ان الفولتج on the resistance equal IR equivalent. I get from first request and R equivalent equal 4. Okay. Number 4, the potential difference between the ends of the battery. Potential difference across the ends of the battery V. Okay. When circuit is open, V equal VB because V equal VB minus IR. Circuit is open, I mean current equal 0. 0 time anything equal 0. So V equal VB يبقى V equal 10 volt. And when it's closed, V equal VB minus IR يبقى V equal VB 10 minus current given from first request time internal resistance 1. يبقى current from number 1 time 1 internal resistance. Okay. So terminal voltage on the battery larger than the voltage of the battery when the battery is charged. This very important case, charged ال V2 more than ال VB because ال VB plus ال IR equal ال V because the battery takes current, not discharging, not give current, okay? For example, two batteries EMF of each of them 25 volt and 10 volt, 25 volt and 10 volt, and their internal resistance 0.4 and 0.1, 0.4 and 0.1 connected with in series with resistance 2.5 ohm. Calculate the intensity of the electric current passing through the potential passing and potential difference. Calculate the current. So current equal I equal VB divide R equivalent plus R. But these two batteries, one large and one small, and polarity is negative connected to negative, okay? You have 25 VB1 minus VB2 minus 10 equal divide R equivalent plus R1 plus R2 equal 25 minus 10 divide R equivalent 2.5 plus 0.4 plus 0.1 R1 and R2, okay? And the potential difference between the ends of the battery and the potential difference across the resistance. Across the resistance, V equal IR, total current time resistance 2.5. For the battery, the largest battery, discharging battery, so V equal VB minus IR. But smallest battery, charging battery, يبقى ال V equal VB plus IR. Okay? Thanks and good.